Hey everybody, what's up? Welcome back to another episode. Today is the day. Bluey, taking it apart. Let's get started. You've seen my submission video for the OnX Off-Road Build Challenge. I want to show them that I mean business, so we are going to knock out this 7.3 swap before they even decide who the wildcard entry is. Today is the 17th, so I've got 2 weeks basically to get the swap done. Let's get started. First tool and last tool you need, take the car apart and put it together. 1/2 inch, take the battery off. Basic thoughts here. I'm gonna try and leave the fenders on, but the diesel trucks had a different radiator core support. So I'm gonna pull the core support off and then basically just try to leave the fenders hanging off the front, and then I'll just strip everything out. And then at some point I gotta pull the dash wiring out too and change that out for the diesel dash.
Hi, honey.
Hey.
What are you doing?
Drive shaft, and exhaust, and motor mounts, I guess. Yeah. And then we can take it out.
You got a lot of stuff missing.
Yep.
Like the entire front.
I was thinking about how I should just call this little carport 7.3 Garage out here. I'm pretty sure that name's already taken. Did a 7.3 swap in my truck out here. Just did a bunch of work on the Excursion. 7.3 out here, new turbo, exhaust. Yeah, now we're gonna put a 7.3 in Bluey. Everything's disconnected. The engine's just sitting on its mounts. Nuts are off. Transmission cross member's off. There's actually a ratchet strap holding the back up. Cut the exhaust off. Disconnected fuel lines. Drive shaft's out. This thing never had a front drive shaft in it since I bought it, so that was easy. Saved me a step. So the plan tomorrow after church is I'll roll it down the driveway, get it in the gravel, and then try and use my tractor to, I'd really like to just pull the engine, transmission, transfer case all out all at once, but I don't know if I'll have enough altitude and angle to do it. So yeah, let me walk you through a couple ideas here. The original plan was to leave the inner fenders the whole time, for kind of my reassembly and factory appearance looking thing. But they're a pain in the butt. They're in the way of everything. I've got a lot of cleaning to do. I've got suspension swap to do. So might as well pull them out. If they go back in, maybe, but it really is nice having the room. It's just hard to mount some of the, you know, like fuse box and stuff like that. But the basic plan is, where the gas computer was is where the 7.3 computer is. I'll mount the IDM up here, just like in the diesel. The back side of this plug is the entire dash harness, and that's what I'll be taking out of Sideswipe and putting in. That way I've got like the diesel cluster, you know, my wait to start light, just all the diesel functions out of Sideswipe. That truck also has cruise control, which this one doesn't. So the goal is to have like cruise control work, air conditioning work, all that stuff. This one's got a bunch of ABS, obviously, that Sideswipe doesn't, so I'll figure out how to bypass that. I don't know if I'll end up with a ABS light on or what, but anyway, pretty productive day. I think I just probably did, I don't know, 6 hours out here getting everything disassembled. Only broke a couple bolts. Both the radiator support, like body mount bolts, broke, and then maybe 1 or 2 other little bolts broke, but everything else I was able to get out. We'll do some sort of like fade to black and see you guys tomorrow when we pull it out.
Oh, that's so cute. You guys are matching.
Really?
And we didn't even do it on purpose.
Derek.
What are you guys doing?
We're gonna roll it down to the gravel. And try to take the drivetrain out.
I was looking back there.
Oh, no. It's awful quiet.
Just don't put a dent in this beauty. It's like an obstacle course of car parts.
How'd that go?
Good.
Went good.
It was like an obstacle course of car parts.
It's awesome. Got my dad over here today helping, so that already paid off big time. Just being able to steer and slow it down. So we'll find some places to pick up the engine and chain it up, and I don't know, see what happens. I think it's gonna fight us a lot because I can't pick the drivetrain up from its balance point. So I don't know. We'll see.
Got a backhoe. Let's just dig it out of there.
As long as we don't hurt the transfer case, it's all good. Yeah, I don't see how that exhaust is going to come up and over. Let me grab a Sawzall and do that.
You might need a battery though.
Oh, come on. Seriously? One.
Yeah, one.
1, 3, here we go. Sorry. I don't know. I mean, if it'll fly that angle,
Yeah.
but if it wants to go too vertical, I'm gonna have to like set it back down and like, I don't know. We'll see.
Readjust the chain or something.
Yeah.
There it is. Hold it, hold it. See, they just,
Yeah, the mount itself.
yeah.
Seriously.
Okay, well, if you go up, you'll probably drag them across it. Okay, now you can go back.
Can I just keep going up now?
Yeah? What about the other side? Oh, the other side.
Yeah, the yoke
Yeah.
and stuff. Something we haven't had to do that I thought I would was get a floor jack out
And
like,
raise up the ass end.
yeah. Let me get a pry bar and see if I can see something out here. See if you can go just raise the tractor like that. that went pretty good.
I think so.
A broken motor mount. I know we murdered the fanny cooler lines over here, but I don't think that matters. Shoot, we didn't even hurt the trans dipstick.
No good, you saw that.
Actually, they'd probably even. That one's crimped.
That's a big chunk.
Yeah, that's not bad for a single pull. Oh, look at that. Two of these bolts are. So it's funny. I found a random bolt on the transmission crossmember last night. And that's what it was. And there's actually two of them missing. That's pretty funny. All right, now we got.
Didn't break anything you didn't want to break.
No. So yeah, the way I understand it, these come off. This is the gas motor mount.
Okay.
Through a combination of bolts and maybe like one rivet or something. It was a little unclear. And then the diesel one bolts here and here.
Okay.
And the studs drop right through here, I think. This side, you get this one to get started. When you lay the mount down, like index off that hole, you'll drill here. Okay. This fourth bolt hole is floating, so a lot of guys will just weld in some steel.
Yeah.
So that's, I guess,
and that puts it where
that puts the diesel motor farther forward because it's so much bigger in the back too. But first we have to get off 5 years or 30 years of. Look at that! Look how deep that is.
Oh my gosh!
I bought some scrapers at the hardware store.
That's where you got all the scrapers.
Okay. Got some cleaning to do. Okay, Bluey's all stripped out and clean. My dad and I spent, I don't know, 30 minutes with scrapers and then degreaser, and laid under it and all over it and got it mostly clean. So while it's drying, I think I'm gonna pull Sideswipe in the garage, and we might as well just start stripping it out. And I'm sure that'll create some questions and bring up some more items that need to come out of the Bronco first. But really helpful, just tell my dad, really helpful having both complete vehicles. I can't imagine trying to do this buying just an engine or something off a marketplace. So glad that I've got both. That's it. That's the last time the 7.3 is gonna run in. So that's what. DC the battery and start pulling it apart. Getting things pretty disconnected, trying to figure out how I want to. It wasn't pretty pulling the drivetrain out of Bluey all in one piece. Picking it up from the engine, it had a really steep angle. So I don't know that that's gonna work all that good for putting this drivetrain in the Bronco. Pretty sure what I'm gonna do to get this thing out of the F-250 is I'm gonna pull the cab off. Seeing as how the cab's already junk, I can just grab it with the forks of my tractor and kind of move it around a little bit. I don't have a way to get Bluey's body off the frame, so I need to figure out how I'm gonna get this entire drivetrain back in. It'd be nice to leave it all together and not separate the engine and transmission or the transfer case, but I don't know. I don't know if that's realistic. We'll start with finishing everything off. So I've got drive shafts out, I've got exhaust off, I gotta disconnect both shifters, I gotta take all the body mounts off. I'm gonna separate the master cylinder from the booster so that I can lift the body off tomorrow. Basically the plan tonight, as it's getting dark out, is have it ready so that tomorrow I can roll it down into the gravel like I did the Bronco, and we can lift the body off, pull the drivetrain out, see what else we can figure out how to pull off, pull out. Probably order some parts for the 7.3, like those exhaust up pipes that are common to leak. Those are really hard to get to, but while the drivetrain's out would be a great time to reseal the up pipes. I don't know if there's anything else I want to do while it's out. I don't really want to change the oil pan. I probably should. So I don't know. I'll get it out and we'll take a look at it. But let's we keep disconnecting stuff. 7.3 Bronco build day 3. So last night I ended with trying to pull the wiring out of the dash. After talking to Gavin again, I completely misunderstood him. Pull the dash out, then pull the wiring harness out of the dash from the backside. So today I will be removing what's left of the dash, since I was trying to kind of like disassemble it in place. Found a really good YouTube video that showed a step-by-step of how to take a dash out of an OBS. I think it was called like Garrett's Garage or Garrett's OBS Garage or something like that. He's got a really good half-hour video where he walks through everything. He even talks about the differences between the gas and the diesel and the automatic and the stick shift. I think a really good goal today would be to have everything out of Sideswipe, like drivetrain out, dash out, everything out, maybe even the rear axle, since that's going to go in bluey. Just spend the day really finishing off this, and then tomorrow let's get to work. Rear axle's out. I've taken most of everything that I know I need. I know there's still more things. I'm gonna need a wing window out of the driver or passenger side door. Also learned that the windshield wiper, windshield squirters feed on the passenger side on the diesel and driver's side on the gas. So I'll have to swap that at some point, pull the cowl. But I think we've got it enough apart to move it down in the yard. So we're gonna try and wheelbarrow it here with the Kubota. Hopefully this works. Get it down in the yard and then lift the cab off and see if we can pull a 7.3 on my dad's 73rd birthday. Kind of ironic.
Yeah.
All right,
Meant to be.
let's get going.
What are you doing?
We've decided to do more work to make less work. So we're preparing to take the body off the Bronco. Oh, look at how do you see it in your camera? It's gonna show up on camera. You gotta tell me these things. We are doing more work to make less work. We decided to take the body off the Bronco. That way we can set the whole 7.3 drivetrain in without disassembling it. That'll also let me run all the fuel lines easier. I'm not sure if the holes exist in the frame for the transmission crossmember location we need. So I think it just makes more sense. Put the whole drivetrain in, plumb the fuel lines, get it all mounted, and then set the body back down. We have most of it disconnected because of this. So it's brake lines, steering column, body mount bolts, and I think tail light harness. So my dad's gonna work on, while I'm getting the body mount bolts broken loose.
Happy birthday!
Happy birthday!
Build a 7.3 when you're 73. There you go. My dad's gonna swap in the Sterling 10 1/4 8-lug axle while I'm doing all the body mount stuff, and maybe by the end of the day we'll have the Bronco body off. And
Your dad's still a badass at 73.
yep, still doing it. Rolling around on the concrete. How's your front yard looking?
Oh,
Try not to look.
let's go do a tour.
There you go.
Let's go do a tour. Come on, Madeline. Oh, Lord, have mercy. It's got a lot of cars. What else?
I mean, there's not that much stuff.
Not much stuff. Well, what do we have then?
Well, I mean, we've got Daddy's truck, which is one of the best cars on the property, and then my Bronco, the other best car on the property. All the rest are kind of junky.
Okay, well, hold on.
Except Papa's van.
Let's look at this.
Oh,
We've
this
got-
is the cab from Sideswipe.
What is this? You know. Okay.
Oh yeah, this is the body of Sideswipe. I don't know what they're gonna do with this.
And then we've got the Bronco. We've got more engine parts. So pretty much when people are looking to come over, I just tell them like, look for this driveway, and then I'm like, it's the yard with all the cars and all the car parts. And I actually had one friend come over for the first time. And I said something else. She's like, oh, those are all your cars. And I was like, yes. Yes, they are.
Hey. Should I clean the interior while I'm at it? Put the rear push. Are you even gonna
clean?
Are you are you even gonna ride in this? Maybe that's the better part. I mean, after your 6-day, 2,800 mile.
I had a great time on that trip. What are you talking about?
I did have a good time. Waiting or are you down?
I'm coming.
No? Okay.
Hey,
What do you think we'll find under here?
Not money.
if you find money, I want it.
We're definitely not finding money in here. Ooh, there's a glove.
A glove?
A glove. You need that glove?
How does that even get there? You know, somebody put the whole car back together and they were like, where did I leave my glove?
Where did I leave that? I would really like to take this headliner out.
I could get that ready for you. Want that to be your car?
I would enjoy that. I have an idea.
Okay. let's
Okay.
hear it.
This is going to be like a trail rig, right? Okay. This window, not glass, right? The other window is glass.
Plastic. Lexan. This is the real one.
Is this is glass?
That's the
not
real
glass.
one. That's the real one.
Doesn't feel like glass.
It's glass.
Is it glass?
It's glass.
Doesn't feel like it. Anyway, we should take this one out so it doesn't shatter
Two plastic.
and have two plastic windows.
We could just put like metal screen to keep the kids in. Like a cage.
Like a jail.
It'd be like home.
So homey.
Oh. Valerie, you got it.
Hey, what hole it is? Yeah. Plastic.
Not bad. Enough?
That's probably enough.
You go a little bit. Okay, Gavin. Pretty high on the dump scale.
Don't do that. I wasn't gonna do that.
All right, let's see if we can set it down safely.
Oh, gotcha.
And then this goes back on that.
Yeah. It's not the entire. I thought you guys were gonna lift up, slide this underneath.
Yeah, that would be.
Just pulled the engine, transmission, transfer case out of side swipe. So now I need the Power Stroke motor mounts. So this greasy, messy bracket on this side and this somewhat cleaner one. I think all 4 of these holes are in the Bronco frame, but it sounds like this one and that's it. So I can use this one to locate those 2, drill them. This is going to land where the oil filter hole was, so I'll have to weld a piece of plate in to get that one. Day 3 recap. We've got the Bronco body off, pulled all the fuel lines out of it, I've got the 7.3 diesel motor mounts and transmission crossmember in. The passenger side motor mount bolts right in. All those bolts all those holes were there. The driver's side, this one's here. And then I drilled these 2, and tomorrow I'll make a little plate to grab the 4th one and weld it to the frame. Transmission crossmember, every single hole was there, so that's awesome. Plus the plan is to stretch it. I think a Bronco, my tape measurement placement's kind of crude, but I think a Bronco is right around 105. And I'd really like to stretch this thing out, and now's definitely the time to move the rear hangers. So probably pull the bumper tomorrow, we'll pull the fuel tank out, start figuring out how we're going to get the diesel sending unit to index into the gas tank and make the pickup long enough. But making some good progress. See you guys tomorrow. 7.3 Bronco build, day 4. I made a plate, made a cardboard template to catch the 4th motor mount bolt hole. Cut it out of 1/4-inch steel on my bandsaw, welded it in. I'll put a little paint on it before I drop the engine in for good. I didn't tighten down the engine or the transmission crossmember last night because we gotta snake these fuel lines through there. My dad just pulled these fuel lines out of side swipe. I don't need the transfer tank valve, but I do need to couple those together. The plan for day 4 here is get the engine, transmission and everything in and the fuel system done. If I could have that done by the end of the day, that'd be great. Unfortunately, I do need to chase a fuel leak on the 7.3, which is going to be under the turbo, and so I need to do that before I put the body on. I ordered the parts to fix it. They won't be here for a couple days, so I think we're just going to try and stay busy. We've got plenty to do. I could do dash swap in the Bronco cab. I could we got to take the firewall insulation off side swipe and put it on the Bronco. So if we get kind of tapped out on the chassis and engine, I can always move over to the body while I'm waiting to get the fuel parts fixed. In an attempt to plan for the future, I cut the entire front lip of this crossmember off. It hung down here and encapsulated this factory power steering cooler, which will go away. It's just keeping me from spilling fluid right now. When I put the solid axle in and bring it forward, I finally turn on the GoPro, and now you call.
You're welcome. Do you need shop towels from Costco? Because I'm here.
No.
Okay, goodbye.
Well, are we on our own for lunch?
Well, I'm at Costco, so unless you want to wait like an hour, yes, you're on your own.
Okay. Love you, bye.
Bye-bye.
When I put the solid axle in, I'm also going to move it forward, but I'm going to need this room for up travel just to clear. On my truck, it's the track bar. The track bar comes up right here and just misses the oil pan by like 1/2 inch. So figure while I got access to it before I drop the motor in, now's the time to cut that, make it look like my truck. Let's go put a motor in this thing.
My Lord, it keeps getting better. what is going on here.
Have a little angle on it.
Yeah.
Probably just pull this side a little bit, see if it. See if it'll like a little bit.
There it is, 7.3 in.
Why?
It's the Ford Ranch,
You
not
needed-
the Cadillac Ranch,
Yeah.
it's the Ford Ranch.
You needed to get something off the bottom.
Holy moly.
It's in. Hopefully it stays there. Do some remote cutting and welding. My Harbor Freight Predator generator.
Oh.
Now I just got to figure out if I'm gonna reuse which of these pieces underneath. Probably come in here with the Kubota, lift the front up more, just to give me more room to work. It's hot today, it's like 80. I'm baking. I'm glad I'm at least in the shade under the hood, but I'm definitely slowing down a little bit. Today is Wednesday. No, today's Tuesday. I have to go do some driving tomorrow. Then I'm supposed to work. So I'm hoping to put the body back on Friday, but I gotta fix the fuel leak on the engine first. So we'll see See if I make it. It might end up being Sunday. I'd like to thank Harbor Freight for sponsoring this remote power station.
I don't think they sponsored
No,
you.
They didn't sponsor.
I believe your paycheck sponsored the purchase.
It's alright, darling. Darling, I'm a volunteer firefighter. What are we doing? I'm glad you asked. We are.
Oh, sorry, honey. What are you doing? You normally hate that question.
My dad's awesome. A couple hours ago, he took all of the transmission tunnel insulation off of the diesel truck, and now I'm transferring it to the Bronco. But the Bronco doesn't have the same provisions to hold it. So we're welding some bolts in the floor so that we can attach the insulation to the bottom. And Mallory hasn't realized yet why she's upset about this, but in about 5 seconds she'll figure it out. I'm attaching insulation to the floor.
Why would that bother me?
What do you like to put on the floor?
My feet.
Yeah.
For warmth.
Yeah.
Oh, so it's not gonna be like the whiskey runner where it burns your feet if you touch it?
It's not gonna be as hot. But when we got the air conditioning on in Arizona, because we're the OnX off-road build challenge wildcard winners,
Yes.
we'll be that much more comfortable.
Because I will go to Arizona.
Maybe if we don't win, we just go anyway. The diesels have this kind of aluminized insulation on the firewall and then down under the tunnel. And if I didn't already own one of these trucks, I can attest to how hot the downpipe and everything gets, especially when you're probably towing. We got all three pieces, the firewall and then the two tunnel sections above the downpipe and exhaust. So those are now on. And then I think once the plan tonight is to take the turbo off the motor because I gotta fix a fuel leak. When those parts show up, should be able to put all that back together Friday. With any luck, we can put the body back on Friday, but I wanna fix the fuel leak. That would give me 1 week to reinstall wiring, finish swapping out the dash, start it up, and then we win.
We win.
We win.
We win. Let's go see what he's up to. Oh, I hear Jason.
Forced your buggy, no problem. Pete was already ahead of us. He would.
Oh, Pete, you're so quick.
Tired.
You've been slaving
Away. What is
all day for
this?
days.
Day four.
Day 4 of pre-hammer season where we don't see Kevin.
It's practice. Hammer's practice. Without the stress. Kinda.
I feel like you're having fun with this project.
It's cool. It's just crazy. It's weird. Because it can't be tight if it's liquid. Okay, how about like, and we're done.
How'd your torching and 3/8 go?
Good, got them all out. There it is, did all that wonderful work.
I just see money. Just see.
Did that to save money. Did
I
that to
know.
save $500.
Oh, good job.
Can you see that like, everywhere I am is where a cab of a truck or Bronco would be?
Literally just thinking that
Isn't this amazing?
Normally you would be like, you'd have your step stool, you'd be leaning over the front.
It'd be miserable, tell you to go away. Thankful that I decided to do this with the cab off. Game changer. Pump out. Now we wait for parts.